Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a video that I should have done months ago, and that is a video that goes over every single modification done to my Cateye Silverado. Before we get started, I want to go over one modification that was sent to me that was for the Duramax, and it could be for the Cateye too, and actually I'm going to get one for the Cateye, and that is this brand new Boost Auto key fob. Now, if you see, this is a new style key fob for the new trucks, but it works on the older trucks. So even the remote start works. So lock, unlock, and see, peep those nice Boost Auto mirrors too with the switchbacks. The new style key fob look with your older truck. And yes, it'll even work on the Cateye generation and before. I'm pretty sure they go all the way back to 99. So they've got the key fobs for older generation trucks all the way up to, of course, the new body style trucks. So go over there and check it out. The link's going to be down in the description below. I appreciate Boost Auto, their support for the channel. Love my mirrors. I keep their decal right there on the side of the Duramax. I love the key fob. Like I said, links down in the description below. Go to the website. They're not that much money. It's something cool and simple that, you know, I like, and I'm sure other people would like it too. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on today's video. All right, so whether you are new to the channel or you have been here forever, this is the staple of the Bowtie Guy 97 channel. This is what started it all. This is my 2004 Chevy Silverado 1500 5.3 extend cab Z71. It is an LT truck, and this is where it all started right here. This is what I've built, and when I mean built, I'm not talking lift and wheels. You're gonna find out what built means. There's really nothing left on this truck that I have not touched or had done in the 6 years that I've owned it. So let's just go ahead and dive right in, and we'll start with Cosmetic. So when you look at this truck, the first thing you see are the wheels and tires. The wheels are 22 by 12 fuel forged FF 19s wrapped in 35 1250 Toyo Open Country RTs. Like I said, they are forged wheels, so I've got to polish them up. And the tires are 33 inches tall, 12.5 inches wide, and it's definitely got a pretty good stance. And while we're talking about stance, you know, if you lift these trucks, and we're going to get into the lift that's on it in just a second, when you lift it, the front is going to be out way further than the rear, almost 2 inches. So what I've done to compensate this, in the rear are 1 3/4 Bora spacers. And I got them from Custom Offsets, just like I did the setup. Bora is a great brand of spacer. It's held up to like 2 years old now. Great quality, and it leveled out the rear tire with the front. That's something I get questions about a lot. Now, since I've talked about it, let's talk about the lift. The lift is a 4-inch rough country non-torsion bar lift. So if you see up in there, you've got the 2 cross members that drop the lower control arms. It does have the diff drop. The diff is dropped. That's a question I get a lot too. Just the normal shocks, and the upper control arms are not factory. They are Moogs, that kind of the aftermarket replacement. You can get them from Advance, and they add the 2 degrees of camber. I did it before I lifted. I did it when I had the leveling kit. So, you know, that they're not tubular upper control arms, but they are not the factory spec control arms. Now, speaking of the old leveling kit, the leveling keys are still in the truck. That is what allows me to run the offset and the big wheels and tires on just a 4-inch lift kit, because I can crank up the front a little bit higher. And now you're wondering why I bought a 4-inch over a 6-inch. Not enough time to get into this video, but maybe I'll get into it at another time. So coming around to the front, there's a whole lot going on here that did not come from the factory. So first part is those new body tow mirrors. Those are just the new generation tow mirrors on the newer body trucks. Picked them up off of eBay. They are eBay mirrors. I color match them. We're going to get into the color match here in just a second. They just have the smoke lens. The clearance lamps do not work. I never wired them up, but the turn signals and everything do work, and they are power and heated and everything like that. Now up front, you know, aside from more color match, you'll see the 32-inch light bar behind the grill. That is Oxbeam's light bar. All chrome grill, painted the bow tie, all clear headlights. So you see that the side marker is not amber like it is from the factory. It's clear. Housings are all chrome, side markers are clear, and you see this little LED strip down here? So you got the 3 lights here and LED strip. I get a ton of questions about that light. Those lights actually came off eBay. Actually, the whole set came off of eBay. And they've held up great. Some people have problems with eBay headlights. I've had a problem with a set before. This set has held up for almost 2 years now. I want to say that I've put like 20,000 miles on those headlights. So, and they haven't gotten moisture behind them or anything yet. So I would consider that a success. Continuing the cosmetic. In the rear is no exception, just like the front. Everything is color matched. Everything that was originally black is color matched. The tail lights are another set off of eBay. These are even older. This set of tail lights is like over 3 years old, and they've held up great. They're LED. They are black housing, smoked lens. They're very dark. If you see up there, the third brake light is black housing. I think the lens is clear. It's just a black housing. That's why it doesn't look quite as dark as the tail lights. And I'm going to put this under cosmetic because you do see the tips. The exhaust, even though this is kind of a performance item, the exhaust, and this is a big question. I know this is going to be a hot topic for this video. We'll start at the front and we'll work our way back about the exhaust. Starting up here at the motor, you see we've got headers. These are 1 3/4 inch headers now going underneath the truck and following the system back. You'll see the headers run into a high flow Flowmaster catalytic converter. I have to have these in Virginia to pass inspection, but trust me, you can see light through them. They offer almost no restriction at all. Now, you see it remains 2 pipes. Duals back to an X pipe. That is just a generic stamped X pipe, nothing special about it. And actually, I do not know the brand. I had the shop put it in when I first did the system, but I've kind of changed the system up as the time has gone on. And the pipe continues back. You'll see 2 mufflers on each different pipe. Those are Black Widow Venom 250 mufflers. Now, I originally started out, once I built the new motor for it, which we'll get into in just a minute, it didn't have any mufflers, but it was so crazy loud that I had to do something. So 2 Venom 250 mufflers, and the pipes continue around, and it's dumped at the rear with 4-inch tips on both sides. So there's been kind of that debate since I have the X pipe. Is it still true duals? That's open for your interpretation. I think it's still duals, but well, that's a debate for another video. But let's continue on into the rest of the cosmetic stuff here on the truck. Now, up in the wheel wells, you'll see Ops 7's new Aora, I think is how you say it, rock light kit. They are super bright, and there's a video that was recently put up on the channel. You can go check it out, of me installing this kit. It is an awesome kit. It comes with a remote that's got all the different colors of the rainbow. They are RGBW, so they actually have a white LED. It is true white. So you can do just the white lights, or you can do the color lights. You can do party mode and strobe and demo and all that other crazy stuff that you want to do at the local Walmart meet on that kit. So that is a really good kit, and I've had it for a few months now, and I absolutely love it. And I would say that about covers what is done to the outside cosmetically. So now I think we can move into what is done under the hood. All right, so going into performance under the hood, aside from all of the color match, the simple things before I get into what's done to the motor is cold air intake, E-fans. The E-fan, 04s do not come with E-fans, so you can get the E-fan kit from just Chevy trucks. But those are the 2 basic things. Now about the motor. This is an LM7, 5.3 liter, stock bottom end. Now I've messed with the top end. It's got a Stage 3 Texas Speed cam in it. It has Texas Speed precision race components, Stage 2.553 heads on it. Still has the stock truck intake. I do have a bigger one for it. Internally, different push rods, of course, for the cam. LS7 lifters. Still has the factory, not the factory from the truck, but the original with this block, LM7 rocker arms. And the coils are MSD coils, and NGK TR55 plugs is what I run in this, and we already talked about the headers and everything like that. This motor only made like 336 wheel horsepower, so it's close. It's probably about 380, 390 crank horsepower. On 35s, it's still stock gearing 373s. It's not a super fast truck, but it runs pretty good. It sounds pretty good for what it is. While we're talking about the performance, let's get into the transmission. Of course, we're not going to get under there. Look at the transmission, but it is still a 4L60E, but it is not the original 4L60E. It is mildly built. It just got a shift kit, which gave it more clutch plates. The Corvette servos, a little beefier stall. It still has a low stall. I haven't put the higher stall converter in it for the cam. That would help it out tremendously. but it was rebuilt and built with way better than stock parts and some upgraded parts, so I would consider it mildly built. It has plenty of strength to handle the power I make through this motor. It's not a classic 4L60E. It's not going to get 4 neutrals if I punch it at a stoplights. And one more thing, because I will get this question, the tuning was a dyno tune done down in Greensboro, so it was actually tuned on the dyno. It was not done by a handheld or anything like that. So that about covers what we've got done performance-wise, so let's move into the interior. So aside from all the nice stock goodies like a Bose sound system and leather seats and all the nice everything else that's in here, truck is full-wheel drive. You see up here, I've got a US Speedo Escalade style gauge kit, and you can get these from US Speedo. I think it's like $249. Now, it is not a whole brand new gauge cluster. All it is a faceplate. You take the stock one out, put the new plate behind it, faceplate, and that's what makes it look like this. So you can use your existing speedometer cluster and everything like that. It's not a whole brand new replacement. Now, there's not too much going on in the interior. There are wheel well lights. Those are off 7 as well. That is a very old kit. That is like a 4-year-old kit down there. And they'll change to any color of the rainbow you so desire. See up here, just a single DIN Kenwood Exelon head unit, and back under the seat, which I've got stuff in the back seat, so I'm not going to open up, but is a Kicker 12-inch sub and a 500-watt amp, which is actually unhooked right now. I was cleaning out the back. I need to hook it back up, but not a super loud truck, but it sounds good for what it is. I don't really care to spend all that much money on the audio. I think it just sounds decent, and I'm pretty happy with it. But that about covers what all is done to the interior. So I think, as quickly as I could without spending too much time on one thing, I think I've covered pretty much all of the modifications done to the truck, or what is currently done to the truck. There have been other modifications that have come and gone, but that is how the truck sits currently. So biggest questions I get are the exhaust, so quick rerun on that. 1 3/4 headers, high flow cats, X-pipe, 2 Black Widow Venom 250s, dumped out of both sides at 4-inch tips. Second question, wheels and tires, 22x12, fuel forged, FF19s, -51 offset, 35 1250 is the tire. Lift, 4-inch rough country lift, non-torsion bar drop with the leveling keys still left in it. Engine modifications, cam and heads, and the basic stuff that comes with it, like lifters and push rods. Those are the most common questions I get. I get other questions about color matching and stuff like that, but that would just send the video over the edge, and I don't want to go there. So take a breath. Now I can breathe. Now that I've gone over every single modification that is currently done to the truck, I'm sure I forgot one, but I'm pretty sure I about covered it all. If you still have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. You can also hit me up on the DMs on Instagram. If you're not already following me, my Instagram is @Austin04_Z71. And of course, hit the subscribe button if you're not already. More likely to see your DM than I am the comment here on YouTube, just because of how many videos I have out at this point. The comments tend to get lost on my channel, so DM is the best way to reach me at this point. Check out the Boost Auto key fob. Like I said, link is down in the description below. And thank you everybody who has watched. The channel has grown, tremendously over the past couple of years, and thank you for the support in which I've had building this truck. And I love this truck. I don't ever plan on getting rid of this truck. Yes, I do love the Duramax. Duramax is a great truck, but nothing makes me happier, and I don't get any more joy than any other vehicle than driving this Cateye. I still love this truck. Yes, it's older and it has its downfalls, but it's still a great truck. I love every year that I've owned it, and I hopefully will have many more years with it, and I'll continue to make videos on it and continue to bring you content with it, because it was the OG to this channel. It was what started it, and I know a lot of you guys have this generation truck and you want to continue to see the videos, and of course we'll continue with the Duramax too. So thank you again for watching. Go check out the other videos on the channel. Take care and have a great day.